What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another, the first time Lego review? I don't know. Never done one of these before, but this is the Lego Ghostbusters Firehouse, and it's been requested of me for a while, and I feel real bad neglecting it, because it is expensive and everything. And I figured I would go ahead and get this review done. Obviously, it's not the normal review space. You can see a futon with a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man pillow back there. Yeah. So I figured while we had this review space set up, we might as well get this one done too. So anyway, this is the Firehouse. It is huge. My apologies if I'm in the video more than I should be. I mean, the details are great with the lanterns outside, everything. You got the street light, a little trash can, which is a little hard to see down here. A little thing of slime coming through the street down here. Actually, let's see if I can move that. You see the slime coming through, like air conditioner and such in the window. You know, it's real nice. The back is rather lackluster. I don't know what the back of the building looked like, so I couldn't tell you. And then the side here with the fire escapes here and the doors. Very nice, very big set. As you see, the front door does have the dual entrance that you have, the one for the minifigure and then the larger entrance here for like your vehicle. So if you do have, let's bring this back here so you can see it. If you do have the Ecto 1 from the previous Ghostbusters Lego set, you can actually just put it right on in here. But it does not go all the way in, and we'll see why after. But it looks like that, and it really looks nice on a shelf just sitting there, just like this. So before we go on to the insides, let's talk about what a lot of people think are the most important parts of Lego sets, the minifigures. So let's start with the disappointing ones, and that is the Ghostbusters, all four of them here. Peter, Ray, Egon, and Winston. The thing about these, not a darn thing has changed about them, except that if we look real carefully, and I don't know if the camera will get it, this little pouch has little red dots in it versus little gray dots. That's the only difference versus the ones you get with these cars, with the car. I believe Peter, he does vary just a little. He does have some slime on there. I don't think the one that comes with the car has any slime detailing on them. So that's the only difference. You have tiny little red dots in the pouch, on their belts, and that's it. And Peter has slime. Each one of them does have an alternate face on the back. The slimed face, the kind of scared Egon face, and all you basically do is turn around the hair and the head. Scared Ray. And Winston, not sure what he's doing there. You guys are a little scared. He doesn't look scared though. You also have, and these are the standouts, I guess, you got Janine here. Spitting image of the woman who played Janine, in my opinion. With the very worried face on the back. You have the one and only Zool. Nice little paint job on her. With the angry Zool face on the back. You have Lewis. I'm sorry, the last one was Dana, if you don't want to call her Zool. Or Vince Clortho, whichever you prefer. Now, he does come with his standard hair. I'm pretty sure he comes with the standard hair and a different head that's not wearing the hat. I don't care. It's in the box, and I'm not going to go find the box just for this. Just take my word for it. I mean, you want him with the little colander on his head anyway. They also threw in a taxi driver ghost, so he can haunt your firehouse there. Nice detail on it. And the librarian ghost, who looks pretty good. And I think she also has the non-terrifying looking face here, just ghostly face. But that's the one that I remember the most. So that's what she stays in. She's got a very unique Lego piece, and it actually does lock into the bricks. I'll try to show you that after. So she is very secure on a Lego shelf. They also gave us two ghosts here, a pink and a blue one. They're exactly the same. Well, they have a different face on them there, but I mean the mold is exactly the same, just a different color. And they have these clear stands that they have. There's this one, and then there's this other style, and you can actually take off any of these. Whoops. Any of these little, oh, not those. I forgot. It's actually these ones on the windows here. These little panels, and then you could actually plug your ghost into the outside of the firehouse if you want, which is cool, but considering you probably want to move it around and stuff, I very much worry about these getting snapped off. So what I usually do is peg them into the top somewhere, personally. And the final one they gave us with the set is Slimer. And Slimer is a little disappointing because he doesn't peg onto this stand the same way as the other ghosts. So you kind of have to build him something, and he's got a wrench stuck in there because the wrench was connected to this blue piece to kind of hold him in one place. And he's frustrating. I really wish they gave us something that you could make Slimer float around the outside of the house like that too. I guess you can put him in the house, but there's just really no great place to do it. Other than that, Slimer looks great. He just needs something to stand. And if you guys perhaps have this or more experience with Lego than I do, and can tell me what would go in there that would work, please do let me know. But for now, he just has a wrench and some pieces holding him up like that. So another thing I want to note about this firehouse, no matter what I do, ever since I built it, this piece just pops up. The weight, I think, of the hinge system here actually just always pops this up. What I probably need to do is go to the Lego store and pick up some new pieces here, because every piece is designed to be modular. Let me find a way to show you that as best we can. So there we go. We got this, and every piece is designed that you can take it carefully, of course, and you can take off any given level. And this just needs more pieces right here to actually clip into the bottom of the roof, and it'll stop that that part of pulling the roof away. But as you can see, we have the third floor here. If we wanted, we can set that aside. You can come down to the second floor, and you do want to be careful as you're coming to the various floors, because how everything connects, it kind of breaks away in pieces. And that's as far as I'm going to go and take it down, because I don't really think there's much point in taking it out. It just helps you move things around if you want. But it is designed semi-modularly. Just be careful, because being that this side here and the far side here are the two hinges that come out, it's really three-piece assembly for every floor. Before we open it up, I'll just show you, this is kind of how I like to keep my ghosts. I just put them right here on the little like air conditioner system, so they're just kind of clipped in at the top here. That way I don't end up knocking them loose and knocking them on the floor like that. And this top system, this like air conditioner, does serve as the clip system that holds this closed. You unclip this black piece from that hook and that black piece from that hook, and that's going to let us open up the firehouse. So with the top unhooked, we want to open the sides all the way on this side, and the right side only opens to about 90 degrees. Now I do think this system could have been improved a little. The hinges are at the very top and the very bottom. I do wish there was some hinges here, because you can see like the weight of everything kind of, it pulls itself away, and it doesn't look like it's sitting quite correct, and it does end up having trouble closing itself back up as it's skimming the very bottom plate. The left side is pretty uninspiring. You can see it's just a staircase all the way down. The only important part is right at the bottom here, we do have the containment unit. It does indeed open. We got our red and our green lights. Light is green, trap is clean, of course. The right side here, we'll focus on the sides because I feel like the meat is in the center. The right side here has a lab with a camera and a little burner and some jars. Fire extinguisher. The bathroom, which I believe is supposed to have some slime coming out of the toilet there. It actually goes right onto the floor. And like, it's going to be incredibly hard to show you this. Let me see. I can't see the camera at this point, so let's see. Can you see all the shower detail in there? I think you can see it. Coming down to the bottom here, we of course have the lockers, Spangler, Stance, and Venkman. Unfortunately, Winston didn't get a locker, and he still doesn't get a locker. We also have this piece right here, which does just pull straight up, and then it rotates down to, you know, symbolize going down the fire pole. And it does work. We're going to take Lewis here, and you just kind of turn his hand so you can clip him into this thing, like so. And you lift him up. Whoops. I have to turn it this way, I think, so we can grab it a little bit nicer. There we go. Lift him up, and impressive, right? Come on, Lewis, you want to go down? Now Lewis doesn't want to go down, of course. Okay, so take two on Lewis here. He was attached, but his legs were actually touching the thing, and I didn't notice. So anyway, there goes Lewis sliding down the pole. Amazing, right? I also wanted to show in each of the lockers here, if we can get them. Let's rotate the camera here. In each of the lockers is storage for the proton packs. Focus. Focus. The proton packs. And that's nice. It's a nice little feature, but all there is a little lip in that locker to just kind of rest the base of the proton pack on. So they tend to fall out very easy. Just be aware of that. So coming to the first floor here, we'll start at the bottom. We have the little bell and the ringer with the light. We got Ray's toolbox down here with some tools, including some stored inside. I'm not going to take them all out, they're just Lego tools. It's like a vacuum and a paint thing. You get a lot of these boxes down here, which are just they kind of clutter the firehouse. I've put them all in, but I think if I ever bought more Lego stuff, I would put, you know, some proper lamps and stuff. But it is it does serve its purpose for the movie, as they were kind of, you know, living in boxes and such. You got Janine's desk here with the computer. She's just playing a game on there. The mail with a lamp, the telephone, great for having her in the chair, holding the phone saying, "We got one," of course. Coming to the back here, you do have Venkman's little area with his desk, a radio, some drawers back there. Really cool little details. What do we got on here? Looks like just a message board. Nothing amazing on that message board. Now, this is why Ecto 1 only goes halfway in. And I've seen online people have ways to make the whole thing fit in, but if you do back this up all the way and you do go over these papers, when you get to these boxes here, it ends up kind of not working. You can, if we can get this antenna to go through the door, you can take out the boxes and get more of it in, but to me it's not worth doing. And then if you really wanted the whole thing in, just take Janine's desk out. You will have to close the doors and then put the Ecto 1 in, but it'll work. But for me, frankly, just having it like this, come on, there we go. It doesn't look like it's back in place. There we go. Just having the Ecto 1 sitting most of the way in with the boxes here, I mean, that works good enough for me. You can have Ray sitting there working on the car. In fact, I'm going to put these boxes back here with the other boxes, because I think they look nicer there. Yeah, so that's the first floor. We'll come up to the second floor. Really not a big deal, but you have the 3 beds. Again, Winston's the odd man out. Oh, and I forgot to mention these lights are really quite interesting in the way they're fastened in. I can't turn them so they can see you. Let me see if I can... Well, let me see. If we kind of turn it like that, you can see like the actual like light element and stuff. Like, it's really quite impressive. I wonder if anybody's ever like put wire through these to actually make them light up with some LEDs. But here's the bedroom where the infamous scene with the ghost. In the back here, you have a little arcade machine here with Stay Puft on it. And that just pegs in there. These chairs, well, you got, I guess, a heater back here. The chairs are just kind of free floaters here. We can take them out of the way. They do like to fall out. Unpeg the table. Uh-oh. Destroy the table, not unpeg the table. Let's peg that all back in. I mean, like, the floor here, like the way the Legos go, they make like a little tiled floor. On the table you got the dancing toaster, of course, with a sticker, so it chromes. In the fridge, let's see, we got a pizza, a milk carton, some cheese. Does this slide out? I can't remember. No. That is just the base of the fridge. But yeah, you got your fridge there. Keeping the table out, coming to the left, you got a fully stocked kitchen with the range hood and everything. It's just so detailed. It's so cool how detailed they made this thing. Finally, we'll get to the third floor here, and here you got like Egon's lab with other computers. Egon is working a little harder here. The Vigo, the Carpathian is what he's looking up. You've got all kinds of the instrumentation, very similar to what you saw in the movies. Brick magazine with the Ghostbusters on it. I mean, that's just a nice little detail. The little beaker filled with presumably slime, the radio in the back, a dart which has been thrown and completely missed the board over here. The dartboard with the score, one of the terror dogs from when we were examining Lewis on the screen. So my Egon tends to hang out there. Over to the right, we got the pool table with the sticks hung. Just really nice detail. All in all, this set took like a day or two to build. My wife and I built it during a snow day. It was definitely a lot of fun. I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan. I don't think my wife is. But she did enjoy the experience of building the Legos. So when it comes down to it, this is a big, expensive purchase, and if you're not a Ghostbusters fan, and you're a Lego fan, then you probably already are going to have this. It'll fit right in with your city buildings, as far as I understand. But for me, this was because I loved Ghostbusters, I knew I had to absolutely have this thing. I had the Kenner Firehouse as a kid. I still have it somewhere. I gotta find that. But I just, this is the most detailed inner Firehouse we ever got. It's got all these little nods to the movies that are they're just wonderful. I meant to show you guys. She is secure in there. She's not gonna fall. She pegs right on in very nicely. Very nice. It's busy. There's it takes up a ton of room. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not the kind of person who likes to build them and then just take them apart and put them back in the box. I suppose I could. I just don't feel like doing that with this set after taking so long to put it together. It's a real nice display piece. But for a lot of people, I think, who are Ghostbusters fans, maybe not the biggest fan, but just want a piece of the Ghostbusters in their house, the much cheaper Ecto 1 is available. And I think that is a perfect thing to pick up. I don't necessarily think you actually need the Firehouse, and something's wrong with my roof. It's not connecting right, but we'll get to that after this is over, that is. But for me, yeah, this was a no-brainer. I absolutely had to have the Firehouse. Yeah, I think if you're a huge Ghostbusters fan, it's a must-buy. If you're a person who likes some of the Ghostbusters stuff, just get Ecto 1. You'll be happy. And if you're a Lego fan and collect the city stuff, then it's probably a must-have for you too. But you probably already knew that way before I made this video. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at the Lego Firehouse. I know my wife and I had a lot of fun building it, and I'll see you guys next time.